Greetings and good day to you all. Welcome gamers and everybody out there on YouTube. If you are new to the channel or haven't already, I encourage you to look around at some of the other videos on the channel, and hopefully this can become one of your stops for open world RPG, gaming mods, and all of your gaming news. So, gamers, fellow YouTubers, what are we going to talk about today? Today, we're looking at new releases coming out here in August. As always, the main genres are going to be RPGs, adventure, action, open world, story, and retro-like. So grab a coffee, a monster, maybe even some water, as we do this month's quick, rapid-fire, no BS look at games to check out. The long-awaited party-based RPG series that many fans have waited 20 years for will finally release on August 3rd on PC, with a September 6th release set for PlayStation 5. And for Xbox users, you have a date to be determined in 2024. I'm actually going to put out a video on that. It seems to be a limitation with the Xbox Series S that's going to hold the release of Baldur's Gate 3 for the Xbox. So, return to the Forgotten Realms, build your party, wield your magic, discover items, weapons, and dungeons in this story that promises to deliver on everything fans of the series have been waiting for. Have you ever sat around looking for a retro-like indie RPG and thought, what if I could also be a professional wrestler? And as a fan of both of these, yes, I admit it proudly, I can't help but be a little intrigued by this pixel-powered RPG developed by Megacat Studios. Choose your style, attire, and moves as you embark on a journey that will take you both inside and out of the ring. Wrestlequest releases on August 8th for PC, Switch, PlayStations 4 and 5, Xbox One, and Series X and S. After the success and popularity of 20XX, Battery Staple Games is set to release its sequel, 30XX. Rediscover the 1,000 years we've lost by jumping, shooting, and slashing your way through the ever-changing world. Battle Guardians, unlock unique skills, and power up in this roguelike platformer heavily inspired by, you guessed it, Mega Man. And you can even play with a friend in co-op. 30XX is set to release on August 9th on PC and Switch. The Sand has memories. Memories of our past, when gods walked this world and our heroes stood among them. Glide through the sands of a timeless land in Atlas Fallen. Upgrade and acquire new skills throughout your adventure with the use of your gauntlet as you unravel the secrets of this broken world. Atlas Fallen is set to release August 10th for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. If one pixel art RPG wasn't enough for August, then you are in luck, and this time in the form of a much more traditional medieval RPG. Hammerwatch 2 continues the open world hack and slash action RPG series with its next great adventure, offering both single player and co-op play as you journey beyond the dungeons of Castle Hammerwatch in aid of King Roland's resistance. So take your call to save the land this August 15th when Hammerwatch 2 launches on PC, and later to launch on PlayStation 4 and 5, though as of now that date is to be determined. Mimimi Games is set to launch its next great adventure, this time a stealth-based tactic strategy pirate adventure. In Shadow Gambit, The Cursed Crew, players will explore the lost Caribbean in an alternate timeline revolving around the golden age of pirates. Join a ghost ship with a living soul, and then build your crew, embrace your magic, and set forth battling the army of the Inquisition in your search for the legendary treasure of Captain Mordecai. Shadow Gambit, The Cursed Crew will set sail on the 17th for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. Vampire Survivors. You may have heard of this one. That phenomenal success of something so simple and good came out of what seemed nowhere and quickly soared in popularity. Some even saying it breathed a bit of fresh air into the roguelike hell shooter style of genre. And what's great is the game seems to be continuing with updates, and on the 17th of August it will finally be getting released on the Nintendo Switch. With the news that Friday the 13th will be closing down later this year, and the huge continued success of other games such as Dead by Daylight, it seems that the horror online multiplayer genre has room for someone else to try to slide in and take a place in the market. And the Texas Chainsaw Massacre will allow players to go head to head in online competitive co-op PvP. In this asymmetrical horror game, players can elude the killers as one of the victims or choose to play as one of the members of the family, the notorious Slaughter family. And one very interesting bit of news is the studio stated that they want to shed themselves of the Battle Pass formula found in so many live services games now, and instead they're opting for the more traditional style of releasing DLCs. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre will launch on August 18th for PC, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, and Series X and S. Immortals of Aveum, developed by Ascendant Studios and published by Electronic Arts, is a first-person shooter game built around the use of magic, with 25 different spells and a character building system featuring over 80 nodes. With what seems to be a decent story, some very nice looking and flashy graphics, some fast pace, and what looks to be really fun combat, this could be something many gamers are waiting for. Immortals of Aveum comes out on August 22nd on PC, PlayStations 4 and 5, Xbox One, and both Series X and S. Sci-fi story-based thrillers are always a good bet to draw in gamers' attention. Mix that with the right atmosphere, and you end up with one of those games that people rave about for years to come. Solis looks to do just this. Players are set in an eerie facility on Mars to respond to what seems to be a routine alarm, only to discover soon after arriving that they are not alone. The game promises to keep players on edge during this long night on Mars, and the game features voice acting from Troy Baker, Roger Clark, and Julia Brown. Solis is set to arrive August 22nd for PC and exclusively on PlayStation 5. Blasphemous 2 picks up where the first one ended. The savage, no mercy combat is set to return, only this time even better, with new weapons and moves, brutal executions, and an expanded combo system. Fans of the first game should be excited to dive into the story's next chapter. The game promises more depth in the Platformvania style of gameplay, with an extended arsenal that will elevate the game's sense of progression and puzzles. If this is a title that you passed by before and you're a fan of the traditional Vania platforms and you want a little bit of Souls-like combat, then I strongly suggest picking up the first game in the series and then picking up Blasphemous 2 when it comes out on August 24th for PC, Switch, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. And speaking of Souls-like, From Software is all set to launch their next big game. Mecha-based vehicular combat game developed by the creator of the Souls genre and published by Bandai Namco. Talk about a fitting team there. Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon will continue the studio's expertise in mech games and weave in their signature style of action combat to create what we can only hope is going to be one of the most memorable gaming experiences of the summer. Make full use of your ranged and melee weapons alongside the game's dynamic movement to eliminate your enemies. We'll find out if From Software can do it again when Armored Core 6 releases August 25th for PC, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, and Series X and S. August already seems to have some really good story-driven adventure games coming out, and this next one by Parallel Studios just adds yet another one for the month of August. Under the Waves takes players to the depths of the North Sea in a techno-futuristic 1970s. The deep philosophical meaning behind the game is a focus on the engulfing power of grief. Under the Waves dives deep on August 29th for PC, PlayStations 4 and 5, Xbox One, and both Series S and X. Now, it's one thing to take the style of our most beloved classic RPGs, that 16-bit era vibe, and turn it into something new and memorable. It's a whole nother level when you take that 16-bit era look and move into the modern gaming world. Sea of Stars is one of the newest RPGs to do this, and by the looks of it, they're shooting to do something amazing. The game features dozens of characters, a captivating journey mixed with, emotion. You got the silliness, memorable moments as one would expect of a well-done RPG. But why stop there? You have your two heroes, they combine the moon and the sun magic and makes them do something awesome. But why not add other things to the gameplay as well? In Sea of Stars, you can step aside from your journey of saving the world and enjoy things like sailing, fishing, cooking, or you can even hit up one of the many taverns to enjoy some music or play the game's infamous tabletop game known as Wheels. The more I looked into this one, the more excited I got. Sea of Stars is set to release August 29th on PC, Switch, PlayStations 4 and 5, Xbox One, and both Series X and S. And let's finish this list off in style with a prequel to the former game Daymare 1998. Only this time, we take the role of Delilah Reyes, a former spy, now in the services of Hades, as we step into their next game, Daymare 1994 Sandcastle. Like the first game, this is a third-person, story-driven survival horror game, putting players up against deadly enemies, adding in deep exploration. There's going to be lots of guns and environmental puzzles. Daymare 1994 will be here on August 30th and will be available everywhere on the PC, Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, and again both Series X and S. And what a month for releases. Of course there are other games being released this month, but these are the ones that caught my attention, and these are some of the ones that I was pretty excited to check out. So if anything on this list caught your attention, make sure you check it out, and as always, everybody be safe, and I'll see you again in the next video.